I get a lot of texts asking how I'm doing, how camp is going, so I figured I could just put it up in one post. So I'm in the mountains. This dude's about to beat the brakes off Canelo and be the greatest boxer of all time, and I get to play a part in it. All is well, truly well. We good. I'm good. I'm real good.
All right, go talk about Canelo with Bud again. Bud, strength and conditioning coach, kind of gave an update. They probably cut off from the outside world right now, but first I seen somebody say that Canelo rumored to want to come in a little bit lighter to compete with Crawford's speed. And I'll talk a little bit about Abel Sanchez and some of the things he's been saying too towards the end. And Andre Durrell is kind of like regurgitating what he's saying or believing in what he's saying. But yeah, you know, as far as Canelo coming in, you know, smaller to deal with Crawford's speed, I mean, why are you accommodating a smaller guy? Do what you do. You know, do what you're good at. That don't mean come in heavy, come in lighter, come in where you're comfortable at. You know, you're the bigger, more durable guy. If he's trying to come in lighter to compete with speed, man, he should be really, you know, trying to compete with the output. He should be trying to be the better conditioned guy. He got the power, he got the durability. Now, you know, just make sure, you know, he don't fade in the fight. And I think, you know, if Crawford is coming in the right condition, if he can go and maintain that speed and in a championship rounds, he can continue to be a fresh and conditioned fighter, then, you know, more than the speed, Canelo got to be conditioned, especially if Canelo and didn't win the majority of the first 6 rounds. I told y'all, if Bud is up, you know, 4-2 in the first 6 or, you know, 5-1 or 6-0, then that means Canelo, you know, he got to sprint down the back half. And I say at that point, set round 7 and 8 is critical. And I feel like, you know, if Bud has got a lead going to 7 and 8, that's where the rounds that Canelo should want to knock him out. And if he don't, 9, 10, 11, 12, but let's Crawford fade, he gonna be in a lot of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because then Crawford just gonna be in his bag, picking them, catching them, picking them, and picking them off. So, you know, I wouldn't accommodate the smaller guy. I wouldn't like, okay, the speed. I would just work on conditioning. I'd work on my timing. That's what I would work on, my conditioning and my timing. That would be my main focus, my conditioning and my timing. So, you know, if he worried about stamina, I think he should be worried about stamina more than speed. At some point, you know, the speed, you know, yes, it's going to be a problem. But if we work on timing and, you know, we work on, you know, touching that body and touching him on the arms, he's going to slow down. He's going to be a sitting target. So when he do slow down or be a sitting target and we do time him, you know, and he becomes a sitting target, we got the conditioning to put the work in to finish the job so we don't have to do no additional hours. So that's the thing about it. So, you know, trying to come in smaller and compete with the speed. You know, a lot of times with Mayweather, it wasn't about the speed. Everybody it was the timing. Timing was killed him versus Floyd Mayweather. Timing is what killed him versus Floyd Mayweather. It was timing. That's what killed him. The timing is what killed him. The timing. So, you know, and then speed ain't really, you know, and the slickness killed him too. Speed ain't really slick. It's just elusiveness. You know what I'm saying? So you got the elusiveness, you got the timing. Also, you're dealing with a guy with a little bit longer reach. So, you know, if that really matter to you. So, I mean, he got other things to worry about. But if I'm him, I'm trying to, you know, be able to have that output. Because if we sitting here and I have a burst and then I won't have a burst for a minute and I have another burst, that becomes kind of predictable. You know what I'm saying? I think Canelo should be working on a sustained attack, a more consistent attack, not just following his opponents around the ring, throwing 1 or 2 big shots. You know, but one of the reasons why he throw 1 or 2 big shots is he lazy. You know what I'm saying? He don't use a jab. He stay on that jab. It'll be a different story. You know, but yeah, you heard Bud's strength and conditioning coach. He said Bud pretty much the update is, people asking him, Bud's a beast. He said Bud's is going to destroy this guy, and they're training hard in Colorado Springs. I mean, they was raving about his focus for the Errol Spence fight. He got a nutritionist. He got, Victor Conti, guiding him and giving him his 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? And he got a strength and conditioning coach, and what they saying he looking good. He looking good. And you take a grain of salt. That they are Team Crawford, and they're supposed to be biased, but it seemed like they up there and they cut off from the rest of the world. It's just boxing. It's just training. It's just we got one mission and one mission only. You know, we go in. If we don't get the job done, we don't come out at all. That's the mentality. And for your opportunity to stamp yourself as the modern day greatest fighter of the modern era. I mean, that's an opportunity, especially if it's an exciting fight. Where Mayweather Pacquiao wasn't, especially if it's a domination if it's a fight that he dominates. Especially if it's a fight that he dominates. So, I mean, I don't expect the strength and conditioning coach to say nothing different. But from the history of how they say his camps be going, it just seemed like he all in, he locked in, and we'll see. We'll see. Physique don't always tell the tale of how strong or how conditioned or how ready somebody is either. But they seeing the work in the gym, and I'm pretty sure they sparring bigger guys, more physical guys. Sure, they got, and that's what they working on. That's what they working on. So you're hearing the update, and they're working. They go to Colorado Spring, get that. And that's what I think the Olympics boxers train at. That thin air, and he wearing a weight vest, and that's to really mimic having that extra. Your legs get heavy in those championship rounds, and you got to keep pushing. So they pretty much orchestrated, how they was gonna do this, and it sounds like it's working to a T. But then we'll see. Come fight night, it might be one punch that turned his lights out. All that training was just got caught with the right punch. Who knows? Who knows? Sometimes in those fights where the guys catch it with one punch and knock him out, if he didn't catch it with that one punch, the guy probably lost. You know what I'm saying? The guy would probably lose, but we don't expect nothing less. Crawford's a worker. He's gonna grind it out, and he gonna give himself physically the best opportunity to win. And whatever their game plans is, I'm pretty sure they got more than one. They working on executing it. They working on, they understand, fighting Canelo, and the scorecards being in his favor, being in Vegas, and him being the favorite, being in the old Mexican territory. They understand that him being the bigger guy, the stronger guy, the natural super middleweight. They understand that they got to be perfect. You see Mayweather dominate for 12 rounds, and he got a split decision, or was a majority? I think it was a split decision. So they understand that they got to be perfect. No slips, no falls. What he's saying, roll bounce. So they understand they got to be perfect. They get it. So, but Abel Sanchez, Andre Durrell, he was on the live and said, "Yeah, I got Canelo 10 and under." And Abel Sanchez made some great points, and my thing is, a lot of things what Abel Sanchez is saying is like, I don't necessarily disagree with him. But he said, "Well, I would have him, sparring bigger guys, and I would have him, I forget what I think he said, more strength." I'm like, what makes you think he ain't? Well, how do you know what he is and what he not doing in camp? That's the thing about me. He doing a lot of insinuating. How you know he not doing certain things in camp? That's my thing. How you know he ain't sparring bigger guys and ain't working on strength and conditioning? And he like, well, he can't mimic what Gennady Golovkin did. I mean, the fuck did he do but lose? You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy thing about it. Like, what the fuck did he do? He lost 3 times or 2-1. I felt he lost the first fight too. Fuck what I want to follow the Gennady Golovkin blueprint for. He didn't win. But we'll see. Oh, Crawford can't take the abuse, and Crawford, he's gonna wear Crawford down, and around the 6th round, yeah, you could be right. Conventional wisdom tells us that around the 6th round, you know, around the mid fight, that I think that's around American, you know, got caught slipping, that things may change. But like I said, if Crawford is outboxing him and he won at least 4-2, he won 4 of the first 6 rounds or more, 7 and 8 is the rounds that can, if Canelo don't knock him out in 7-8 or do some things to change the fight, it's over with. It's over with. You know, Crawford has some abilities that Gennady Golovkin doesn't have. I mean, he has everything that Golovkin has. Maybe we don't know about the chin. He has everything Golovkin has, whether it's the power jab we seen that Golovkin threw, that Crawford threw versus Errol Spence, whether it's a peppering jab, whether it's a combination punching, whether it's the body punching. He has more, whether it's slickness. I mean, he got it. He damn near got it all. So we got to see how it translates. We got to see how it translates. But also, you got one thing that Golovkin don't got. He got a guy. He's a former wrestler, and nobody understands how to leverage guys more than those guys. So even in the football games, you see that. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Hit the link tree. Also, X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.